Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chatmosa. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Tuesday, March 3rd. So with me on the mic, we have some fabulous co-hosts. We have my gorgeous Moon, my Libra Queen, and my Icy Chili. Hey, ladies.
Hey, good morning.
Hey.
Good morning, and shout out to the listeners in holding it down in the chat as well. I think we got a lot of tea, a lot of hot tea to just go through. So I think we should just jump right in.
Tea
Oh, girl,
time.
I will get ready
Tea
to say, where the
I
hell is my
was
chili?
my screen screwed up. I'm sorry. Honey.
No problem. Well, y'all know what we like to annoy you with when we have the latest.
Skip.
No, we don't
I'm
want the Diddy
kidding. I'm kidding.
news.
I'm kidding.
Well, and this is actually about so his release date has actually been updated. And
Oh.
y'all see I just shared here by way of hot new hip hop. Diddy's prison release date has been changed. So, as many of you reading this already know, Diddy is currently in prison, serving a 50-month sentence after being convicted of prostitution. Things could have been a lot worse for the music mogul, as he was also facing trafficking charges. While the artist was acquitted on those charges, it wasn't enough to avoid a 4-year prison sentence. Sean Combs opted to spend his time at Fort Dix. In the end, the artist got his way, although he received some disappointing news upon arriving. At first, his release date was going to be May 8th of 2028. However, it was ultimately pushed back to June 4th of 2028. Since that time, Diddy has been given various opportunities to demonstrate good behavior. For instance, he entered a rehab program. Furthermore, he has engaged in various activities that could help out his fellow inmates. Quite simply, he's doing all the things that would typically get you a reduced sentence. Um, it says, according to Rolling Stone, Diddy is getting exactly what he's been wishing for. His release date has been moved up by a total of 5 weeks. Now he's expected to be coming home on April 25th of 2028. It is believed that the entry into the rehab program was a huge catalyst for this news. While some may feel as though 5 weeks isn't a lot, it actually is, especially when you consider how grueling an experience like prison can be. It should also be noted that April 25th of 2028 is sooner than you think. Essentially, it is being said that Diddy will be home in about 2 years. 2 years can go by fairly quickly. For example, the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef is approaching its 2-year anniversary. It, it feels as though that happened just yesterday. For Diddy, this is fantastic news. For his alleged victims, this is a stark reminder of the fact that his sentence in their eyes simply was not adequate. Whether or not the release gets moved again still remains to be seen. So he coming home in April of 2028 at the end of April. Taurus season, not Aries season. Let's make that very clear. Taurus season. That's the Taurus. That's y'all doing. Not Aries season. So yeah, great. Hey puppy. Well, that's that on that. He will be coming home sooner than we think, and there's a possibility. I mean, if he keep doing what he is doing, he might get the shit moved up again.
Oh Lord.
Right. Because apparently, oh, he's in rehab now. Oh, he's just such a model inmate. Oh, he's doing everything he can, and we love to see it. So let's get his ass out of here quick. As a matter of fact, I think you should do the opposite. Since he's such a model inmate, keep his fucking ass in there.
No, he gonna get out early, and then it's gonna be a problem. He probably gonna come out on probation though.
Mm-mm. I just know, like a lot of people, especially those who spoke against him in trial. I don't. Y'all might need to move out the country or something.
Oh, well, definitely keep your eyes people open, honey.
Mm-mm.
He,
Well,
he gonna be slick with it next time. Don't think
mhm.
he done forgot, cause this is not the kind of person he is.
Ain't he a Scorpio? Let me look up his birthday November 4th. Scorpio. He didn't forget. Mm-mm. He said we have a comment I want to make in the band sing edition. That's the gagger, honey, because some of them Some of them prisoners are very talented. Unfortunately, see, if Fetty Wap was there, y'all might have an equal chance now, inmates, because Fetty Wap is no longer in there. You know, Fetty J. Blige. Because if he was in there, all the rest of y'all might as well just go back to your cell, honey, because Fetty done won. So, but but he's back home, and now he needs to get his ass in the studio. So that's that on that. Y'all, Cardi B says she wants her motherfucking money and she wants it now. She not playing with Tasha K no more. Run me my money, girl. Since you've been running your mouth, run me my money. And you all should see where it says here by way of all hip hop. Cardi B escalates financial dispute with Tasha K.
Baby, she said on tour. I still got time for you.
Run me my money.
I ain't forgot about you, girl.
Well, Cardi B escalated her legal battle with blogger Tasha K by demanding comprehensive financial documentation through Florida bankruptcy court proceedings. The Bronx rapper wants Tasha K to produce records of YouTube earnings and tax returns and to appear in person to present the information. Court documents obtained by TMZ reveal Cardi's aggressive pursuit of transparency in the ongoing financial dispute between the two women. The legal pressure stems from Tasha K's $3.9 million judgment loss in her defamation case against the Grammy winner. Both parties reached a settlement agreement last year that structured the massive payout into manageable installments over 5 years. Tasha K must pay $1.2 million during this period while submitting quarterly financial records to ensure compliance with the court-ordered arrangement. The settlement also prohibits Tasha K from making derogatory statements about Cardi or her family members moving forward. This restriction aims to prevent future defamatory content that could reignite their public feud and legal complications. Today marks the end of a multi-year long chapter of lies, deception, and fraudulent conveyance on the part of Tasha K, her husband, and their entities. Carter's attorney Lisa Moore told Rolling Stone during the settlement announcement. We are thrilled to put in place such an incredibly unprecedented and protective plan for Cardi. I assume you will see the debtor and her swill counsel selling this as a win. Trust me, for all the reasons in the plan we insisted on to protect our client, this is not the case. We don't believe the false tears and we protect against them. The financial scrutiny comes while Cardi performs her Little Miss Drama tour across North America. She recently completed shows in Portland, Seattle, and San Francisco before taking the stage at Phoenix's Mortgage Matchup Center. The tour supports her sophomore album, Am I the Drama, which dropped in September. So yeah, run her money, Tasha. She don't want to hear no bullshit. And you better submit them records to make sure you're in compliance with the court. We have a comment. This picture, the bag is mine tour. Well, run her money, Tasha, and stop running your mouth. That's all I got to say. And my whole thing about Tasha K, right? Because I actually used to watch her like regularly. Because I used to watch, she was kind of the person, if you were here about when, especially when she first started off, anytime like you would hear a story, like let's say Black China or something got into it with a friend, Tasha will be the one to interview the friend to hear the friend side of the story. So I would like watch a lot of her because I'm a nosy bitch. I would want to hear like the underdog side of the story, if you will. And she just turned into something that's Mm, mm, I hate to see it, but run her money. So that's that on that, child. Speaking about running money. So do y'all remember Sabrina Peterson? Sabrina Peterson, who was suing T.I. For defamation. Look, they tried to do a settlement in court, honey, and it looked like T.I. won't really feeling it. So you see, I have another article here from All Hip Hop, which is an exclusive with them. T.I. Sabrina Peterson settlement talks breakdown in middle of 50 Cent beef. I don't even know why they had to put his name into it. He ain't got nothing to do with this story. Anyway, T.I. refuses to back down from any conflict, whether it involves rappers or courtrooms right now. The Atlanta rapper walked away from settlement negotiations with Sabrina Peterson after talks broke down a few weeks ago. Peterson filed a defamation lawsuit against T.I. in 2021, alleging that she damaged his reputation through social media posts and public statements. The Peterson lawsuit centers around allegations that T.I. orchestrated a campaign to discredit her after she made public accusations about his conduct and personal life. Court documents show Peterson seeks damages for lost business opportunities and emotional distress caused by T.I.'s alleged defamatory statements. T.I. fired back with his own counterclaim, alleging Peterson made false accusations about him and his wife, Tiny. T.I.'s legal team argues Peterson's claims lack merit and that she initiated the public dispute through her own social media activity. Both sides and their lawyers engaged in a 3-hour mediation session with a settlement officer acting as the referee. The settlement conference did not result in a resolution, but the parties may return to the table at a later date to work things out again before the case heads to trial. The failed settlement discussions took place while T.I. blasted 50 Cent in an escalating hip hop feud that began over Council versus battle. T.I. originally agreed to face T.I. in public in the popular music competition series, but pulled out at the last minute in late 2025. I'm actually going to just go ahead and just skip because the end, the rest of the story talks about that T.I. beef with his family and stuff, and we kind of talked about that to death. So yeah. So yeah, him so it's possible that they could head back to the negotiation table or the mediation table. But as of now, T.I. was not trying to hear none of that shit. Oh, well, I will follow this case and see what happens. That is that on that. Well, well, since that, like I said, this story ain't have Sabrina Peterson, what she got going on with T.I. ain't have shit to do with 50 Cent, but they still put his name in it. That should to let y'all know how popular he is. I'm just saying. But this story does have to do with 50 Cent and Benzino. Let me see if I'm gonna wait for the skip. But Benzino, y'all should see I just shared here by way of all hip hop. Benzino warns 50 Cent over taunts, says he will shoot and ask questions later. All right now. Well, Benzino issued a stern warning to 50 Cent after the rapper mocked his recent hospitalization on social media. The drama began when Benzino and Althea Eaton had a heated encounter, which became public. Eaton, who previously appeared on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, had a run-in with Benzino that gave 50 Cent ammunition for his social media trolling campaign. 50 Cent wasted no time posting memes about the situation, making fun of Benzino across his Instagram account. The G Unit founder has been targeting hip-hop figures with his trademark social media antics for years, but this time Benzino decided to respond with serious threats. The former co-owner of The Source magazine told Real Life Productions he won't tolerate any further disrespect from 50 Cent. If you a man and if you really got a problem with me, then let's fight. Let's get it all over with because I don't want to keep going through this because somebody's going to get hurt for real, Benzino said. And it ain't going to be me because in my head, I know what I got to do. I'm not going to be getting shot up, beat up. I done been shot up before. I'm not getting shot up no more. I'm going to shoot first and it's going to be questions later. The conflict stems from 50 Cent's social media response to Benzino's hospitalization on February 26th. Benzino revealed that his ex-fiancée, Althea Eaton, also known as Althea Hart, showed up at his house with crime mobs Diamond and allegedly struck him with her car while taking their son Zeno from a school bus stop. Police officers witnessed the incident and called an ambulance to transport Benzino to the hospital. He sustained injuries to his arm, head, and back during the encounter with Eaton's vehicle. Eaton denied intentionally hitting Benzino and suggested he was exaggerating his injuries for attention. The former couple appeared together on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 3 in 2014 before their relationship ended around 2015 or 2016. 50 Cent posted an image of Benzino wearing a neck brace with the caption, "God told me to share this." The G Unit founder's mockery prompted Benzino to retaliate by wearing merchandise featuring 50 Cent's deceased mother. Benzino explained his frustration with 50 Cent's support system during the Real Life Productions interview. He criticized the rapper's connections to Eminem and its impact on public perception of their ongoing feud. A guy like 50, I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? The bozo that he is, I'm not surprised at what he did, Benzino said. But what disappoints me is his fans. A big part of his fan base are white people from that shady camp. Since he's M's mascot and they hold him dear as a fan, as a far fan base, whoever he goes up against, they're going to support him. Benzino concluded his warning by emphasizing his determination to avoid future confrontations while making his position clear to 50 Cent and anyone else who might challenge him. I'm not going through that pain no more. I'm just not. I'm not starting trouble with anybody, Benzino stated. All right now. Well, I think he may look, he may not have a neck, but he has a point. He made himself very clear. So, hey, leave him alone. He said he not the one. And look, he did eat what he said. A lot of 50 Cent fans are white and are from the shady camp. So he ain't and Benzino know what the hell he talking about. I mean, he was, like they said, former co-editor or co-owner of the Source magazine. He know he had his ears to the street, so he know what he talking about. So, like I said, he may not have a neck, but he don't have a point. But he does have a point. Excuse me. That's that on that. Well, speaking of Benzino, it turns out after that whole incident that Althea said he's exaggerating about, it turns out he actually is going to need surgery. And you see, I just shared here by way of All Hip Hop once more. Benzino needs surgery after Diamond mowed him down during custody fight with Althea. So, it's not funny, y'all, but it's like, damn. Because it's like, and I'm a huge fan of Diamond, truly I am. But if I heard, like, if somebody just told me out of nowhere, Diamond done ran over Benzino with her car, do you know how fast I will believe that? Because it's something that sounds likely to happen. And this headline didn't really make it no better. So, but it starts off. Benzino broke his silence about the custody battle that left him hospitalized after Diamond from Crime Mob allegedly ran him over with her vehicle outside his son's school. The hip-hop veteran said he sustained multiple injuries requiring potential surgery when Diamond accelerated her black Escalade while he tried to stop her from taking his 10-year-old son, Zeno. I hit my head, twisted my neck, my back, fucked my arm up because I'm going to have to get surgery on my arm, on my shoulder, and possibly my elbow, Benzino said. The confrontation started over school attendance issues between Benzino and his ex, Althea Eaton. He said she previously kept Zeno out of school in Miami, but then complained when he re-enrolled the child. She made a big stink about him being in school, Benzino said. She kept him out of school in Miami, couldn't look like he got kept back. I got him back in school. He's been going to school for 6 weeks. He said Althea called for a wellness check while he was working on set as Zeno was attending school. So I have to call the school principal to get security to call the school to call the lieutenant at the principal's office. Benzino said, damn, that's a lot of calling he had to do. The next day, Benzino waited near the bus stop to surprise his son, but witnessed what he described as a kidnapping attempt. I'm sorry. I was kind of like hiding a little bit, parked where I was hiding, so I could just see a little, Benzino said. As soon as he got off with the stairs I was that we're at, I could see. And he said Zeno looked happy as he got off the bus before the situation turned chaotic. He was like one of the last ones to get off and smiling, Benzino said. Next thing you know, he's off. I don't see him no more. And I see like the other kids, I see kind of crowding up. Benzino said he saw someone forcing Zeno into Diamond's SUV while 2 police officers moved slowly nearby. I noticed 2 police officers, Benzino said. They walking slow as fuck. He described watching his son get thrown in the vehicle before he ran to intervene. All I see is Zeno getting thrown on the other side, take to the other side of the truck, and was thrown in, Benzino said. I'm like, yo, that's my fucking son. Benzino said he jumped onto the SUV to stop it from leaving with his child. Y'all, I'm sorry. I just need a second. I'm sorry. Well, again, he may not have a neck, but he do have courage. He jumped onto the SUV. He jumped onto a black Escalade to stop it from leaving with his child. He said, all I know is that I jumped on the car. I put my body on the car towards the back door, Benzino said. I think the window was open, so I put my hand in the door. The vehicle then accelerated with him still attached, causing his injuries. I just heard the car rev up and I just go in and get it, took off. Benzino said. It flung me around, kind of fucked me. He criticized the police for allowing the removal based on what he called outdated paperwork. The paperwork was a 2019 child support court order, Benzino said. They just let her take my son off the bus with that. Benzino said officers never spoke to him at the scene, even though he was present. They never called me, consoled me. I was there on the spot. Never talked to me, he said. He also questioned why the police didn't pursue the vehicle after he was injured. How the fuck can you just let them speed off like that? Vizino said. Child Protective Services later returned Zeno to him at the hospital, according to previous reports. They brought Zeno back to me at the hospital, Benzino confirmed. He said the incident traumatized his son, who witnessed everything happen in front of his classmates. That poor kid, 10 years old, man, he's a great kid, Benzino said. You put him through this awful bullshit. You did it in front of his whole class on the bus. You scared him, everybody. Benzino's legal team is currently reviewing the police report and the circumstances surrounding the custody dispute. Y'all, when I tell y'all that was the funniest thing I have read all morning. Benzino, honey, you need to write a motherfucking book. That shit had I was in for a while, right? And I wanted to hear more. I'm like, oh, what happened next? What happened next? He jumped on the car. Well, what happened next? He said the police was moving slow. Well, what happened next? Baby, this story was a time. Thank you. So I never thought in my days, like, this is how you know Mercury's in retrograde right now. I'm saying thank you to some damn Benzino for entertaining me. Girl, because that story was very entertaining, y'all. Oh my God. He jumped his little ass on that damn black SUV. Okay, let me just, because how tall is Benzino? How tall is, because I think he all is like, what, 5'7", 5'8" at best. Let me see. How tall is Benzino?
It wouldn't even matter. How you gonna jump on a car and throw your arm in the window and not expect to be hurt?
Y'all, and it gets worse. Benzino is 5'3".
Oh Lord.
I can't see. I'm so sorry, y'all. This story had me. He jumped his little ass on that black Escalade, and he's talking about it. And then go talk about the police didn't do anything to intervene when he was the one hiding, trying to surprise his son from it. He was the one hiding, looked like he was the what he was at a spot he wasn't supposed to be. So I guess that's how they were able to use outdated paperwork to get us, and then said that they took the 10-year-old son, tossed him in the back of the truck. Benzino said, yo, what the fuck is going on? Ran his ass over there and jumped on. This story was wild, y'all. I have a real tear coming out of my eye right now. This story, it cracks me up. Whew. And let me just for fun, let me see how tall is an Escalade. So we know that Benzino is 5'3". How tall is an Escalade? I'll put in feet. An Escalade is 6.39 feet. So 6 foot, his 5'3" ass jumped at a 6 foot Escalade and expected to not get hurt. God,
so
please help me.
His head was at the window.
Oh dear God, I am cracking up at this story way more than what I should be, but this shit is hilarious, man. Oh my God. Oh, Benzino, sweetie, I'm so sorry. Now, don't threaten to shoot with me, boo. I don't want no smoke. I don't want it. What you need to have smoke with them, because I saw them club fingernails. You need to talk to your doctor. While you in there and got to do it in that hospital stay, for that surgery you need, tell them to it, check on them club fingernails. Mm-hmm. Well, the biracial Canadian that can't nobody stand except for them white fans. Somebody else who got another mostly white fan base, honey, Drake. Girl, they saying, because you already heard, we done talked about him in State. You know how they've been looking at them. There are some lawsuits claiming that State is pretty much essentially a pyramid scheme, allegedly. Well, girl, Y'all should.
Skip.
Okay, do we want to use our skip for this one? You see where it says Drake exposed for allegedly winning unrealistic amount of games on stake.
We can skip it.
All right. Well, that's that on that. Um, this next story here. So, Pinky Cole, honey, owner of Slutty Vegan. You know, I have to say, my cousin who is a vegetarian is not a fan of her food. In fact, that because we actually when they came to visit Brooklyn, we passed by it, and I was like, "Oh, hey girl, you want some Slutty Vegan?" She said, "Hell no, I don't want that nasty ass food like that." I'm like, "Dang, girl, it's like that." But because I remember when it first opened, they had a line. Like she used to have a line going around the corner. Well, unfortunately, y'all see where it says here, by way of TMZ, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Pinky Cole, Slutty Vegan founder, files for bankruptcy. So I actually think we haven't, the season that she's in, the Real Housewives of Atlanta hasn't come out yet, but I think she's gonna do very well. Based off of what I've seen and her own interview, she has a really, really fun personality. So I think she's gonna do well on the show. But then again, who knows? We'll see. But Pinky Cole, the Slutty Vegan founder who is new to Real Housewives of Atlanta, filed for bankruptcy, and it looks like she's got a good chunk of debt. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, Pinky filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and she says she owes the U.S. Small Business Administration $1.2 million. What's more, she says she owes another $192,000 in total to the Georgia Department of Revenue. It looks like the financial issues may be predated to her Slutty Vegan burger chain in Georgia. In the docs, Pinky says her homes, jewelry, clothing, cars, artwork, and other personal property are worth about $3.7 million. She said her monthly she said her monthly expenses are around $41,700. The filing comes on the heels of Pinky being added to the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast. We've reached out to Pinky. So far, no word back. Mm-mm. Have y'all ever had an opportunity to try it in some way? I wonder if I know
Nope.
Hammy's in a meeting right now, so but
Yes.
oh, what did you think about it?
It's all right.
It was cute.
Yeah.
See, I heard they got like shakes and stuff. I would love to try like a shake and stuff.
So I would tell you this, like, it very much so. There very much so was a line. I tried the first time I ever had it was at the location in Jonesboro. Very much so was a line on a Saturday, but a lot of the line or the hype about it was like the in-person experience because they'll tell you, like, they do the little thing. This is your first time here? Oh, we got a virgin and blah blah blah, whatever. They make it all like that. They also had a bar in there. They serve alcohol in there, which I thought was crazy. But the food
Gotcha.
itself is good, but it's not like I gotta have this every day. Good, like it's something different to try. I think it was what I had was real greasy. So yeah, it's vegan, but it's still gonna give you fucking a heart attack. So it's worth it. Uh, but yeah, like I get the concept. Like it's a cute concept to like go somewhere and it's all black people and they're like get showing you. I don't want to say a parlor trick, but like showing you, they're putting on the show for you essentially. Cool. It doesn't. The food itself doesn't have good reheat value. I would say that as well, because I had it. They had a truck at the tech conference that I work, and when I got the food cold, I was just like, yikes. So, but I mean, and also too, I was about to say, didn't she already file for bankruptcy? But I'm conflating that with the fact that she sold it. She sold Slutty Vegan at one point, and I think she tried to buy it back or something like that. Something happened, so she was already in some kind of financial trouble. So this is not really surprising. But I wish her the best on Roja, and I think it's crazy that like every article that I've seen that has come out about her filing for bankruptcy, all of a sudden they're all capitalizing on the fact that she's going to be on Real House of Atlanta. So I think this is more so like a publicity thing than necessarily like, oh, we care about the fact that she's filing for bankruptcy. But again, wish her the best.
Possibly, or it could be a PR thing, or they could be like, she did so well because I think the filming them wrapped up. She probably did so good because for them to say Real Housewives of Atlanta star Pinky Cole, that's a really strong claim. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, does TMZ know something we don't know?
When nobody's seen her on the end.
Well, Harvey might have, because him and Andy kind of.
But I'm just saying, like in general, because they're not the only ones who reported this. Someone else, I've seen this article. It seems this article or something similar to it, at least 2 or 3 times, either today or between today and yesterday. So I think, you know what I'm saying? Like I think it's a sort of a PR thing to basically hype up the fact that she's there and maybe make her some more money or make whoever some money. Because why y'all keep saying that? Nobody has seen her. Nobody has seen her on it yet. We know that she joined the class, but nobody has seen her. So to make her the front runner or the the diamond of the show this year, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
and you notice they're not doing K Michelle like that really because we know she's going to be on there as well.
Hello,
well,
hello.
isn't this Pinky's second time filing for bankruptcy?
This is what I said. I was like, damn, I feel like this happened already, but that wasn't the case. She then filed for bankruptcy before. I don't think she was selling. She had sold Slutty Vegan. Like she lost her business.
And then she got it back, and now
Right,
but
right.
maybe because she's about to get this money, she's trying to get her affairs in order so that tax wise, and people ain't trying to take the money she's gonna get from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Who knows? But
I could probably see her being the front runner because she's kind of messy.
I've seen people complain about the prices.
I mean, also you have to realize she started a business in Atlanta. In Atlanta,
Yeah.
food culture in general is, bitch. We didn't come here. You're not coming here for good food. You're coming here for entertainment and the hype.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
It's not the same everywhere.
no.
No, and y'all actually were not wrong, neither of you, because it says according to I just did a quick Google search asking how many times did Pinky Cole file for bankruptcy. And there it was twice, and it looks like it was back to back. The initial attempt was Chapter 13 bankruptcy in January of this year, which was dismissed due to a failure to pay filing fees, noted the business journals, and then now the Chapter 11.
So it didn't go through that time. Because I'm like, you got in the same year? Nah.
Or the same time last year. Or no, they said she did it in January.
January this year.
Oh, shit, I forgot we ain't in January. Just that fast. And my brain just totally glitched and was like, oh, but yeah, I didn't realize it. I thought it was kind of like last year, but damn, it was most recent. Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like she low key kind of messy, and K Michelle isn't as messy as she used to be. She's kind of died down a little bit, but I could see them.
You know
Yeah,
she a family woman and she changed her face like 3 times since then. So
I mean, how many times she might have a new face every episode? Hell, I don't know.
new
And then
face,
when
new
you're
taste.
successful, you're making money. Buying a $3 million home and fancy cars, that high end stuff requires a lot of high end upkeep. And
Hmm.
sure, you're making
Listen.
money, but you ain't making enough money to keep up with your lifestyle and still have enough money.
Hello.
You
That
can't
part.
move too fast on that. Sounds like she was pretty successful and then she got into deep
She
waters
was.
with her spending habits.
Well,
What are you
yeah,
spending 40? What are you spending $40,000 on a month?
Like almost
Explain it to me.
$42,000 monthly for it. Like right.
What?
look,
Explain it
Half
honey,
of
to
that
me.
probably rent.
Well,
honey,
again,
trying to keep up with the Joneses. That's Atlanta has always kind of been like that, but
Yeah.
I feel like
I
when
mean, a
the Atlanta
$400,000 crib would be nice.
very
Five
nice.
hundred
No,
thousand
yeah.
dollar crib, Why you need a three
But
million dollar crib?
Atlanta is trying to be like New York. They trying to keep up with the Joneses. They
Right.
want to be you can't go out without a beat face. You got to look this certain
The
way. Like,
aesthetics.
then you got to have the aesthetic. You got to be all of this and that. And that's what really turned me off about Atlanta. Like, it used to be a cool place to be and vibe with black folks and stuff like that. But then the
Hmm.
superficial part of it just really took over like wildfire. And I'm like, well, if you trying to keep up with the Joneses, it's gonna show you.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah. I mean, you gotta, and then people started not probably buying vegan food like they was doing. She was hot for a minute, but
oh,
you gotta,
hot, yeah.
you gotta realize that that may not continue. You can't
Listen,
bake
but
on that one basket. You gotta have some other eggs and expand and have, diversify. You can't just depend on people buying food.
Mm-mm, chill is
correct,
vegan, no
because
eggs.
listen, because yeah, usually, the biggest thing I will say to support that as well is that somebody who stood in a fucking line to get in her spot, you have to realize that once people experience it and realize like, this is not my favorite thing. I don't. This is not worth me standing in a line for 3 hours for, or
Yeah.
trying to like know somebody to influence to get to the front. When you got that kind of energy going on, baby, no, I don't want it.
It ain't enough vegans in the world to sustain that. And probably a lot of people that went there for the experience were not
Mm-hmm.
vegans. I mean, I would have tried it if I had seen it, and I'm not a vegan, but it's not going to be a place that I seek out. Like, oh, I
Regularly,
need
you
lunch.
not
Yeah, let
Waffle
me go
House.
get some
You are
vegan food. Yeah,
you are
so a
not
lot of
Waffle
people,
House. You are not Chick-fil-A.
no, no. So you gotta, yeah, the vegan people. It's not enough of them to sustain a big business like that. That's why she should have diversified and moved on from
Look,
that.
you saw my vegetarian cousin said, I don't want that nasty food. I'm like, oh, the food was made for you. But she didn't want, well, I
Well,
think,
vegetarian and vegan is very different.
mm-hmm,
Very.
yep.
And
I
also too,
mean,
And
I think a part of her issue too was not only her lifestyle or not seeing it for her restaurant,
hmm,
but I will not slight her for this, but she was very community based and was doing a lot to help others. And
right.
but that's also where like you got to learn, you got to learn your lane, right? You can financially, I call myself a financial lane finesser. You got to learn, hey, what's your threshold that you're comfortable, that you're not overextending yourself, where you're going to put yourself in a bind, where you can still help where you can, do as much as you can, when you can, how you can, because again, just like you said, she didn't diversify, and the hype wasn't always not necessarily always going to be behind slutty vegan, especially dealing with black folks. Um, being your core base and the price not being at a point where like that's something that people can go get quick every day. Like if you got to stand in line for 3 hours, the food is already expensive. Like no, black people are not going to do that.
Mm-mm.
They
but
finna hit Cookout, they finna hit Waffle House, they finna hit Chick Fil
because
A.
and also veganism was a big trend for a couple of years. Like, it was
Beyonce.
a trend. People don't stay committed to that lifestyle forever. At least a lot of people didn't. They back and
Because
forth.
they
It was
get tired of shitting their damn brains out.
listen because a lot of that vegan stuff that people were going on that trend, a lot of that shit wasn't healthy anyway in the first
It
place
wasn't.
because Oreos are technically vegan.
And I love them.
But yeah,
But
wish
even
her the
just in
best.
this, I mean, it's a whole lifestyle change to be vegan. Like, that is a high bar of lifestyle commitment
Very
to go
high.
to.
I
But
think maybe if she'd have had a vegan side and a carnivore side, because if you want to go to a restaurant with a group of people, it's likely everybody ain't gonna be vegan. You know what I'm saying? So they're not
Hmm.
gonna want to go to a strictly vegan restaurant. They want to go to a place that has options.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
one time is cute.
they had alcohol options. Banana.
Child bad.
Well, oh, and speaking of vegan, y'all, guess what I did last night?
What?
So I wanted, because I've been curious about that sweet potato brownie trend, making a brownie out of sweet potato.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, it is worth the motherfucker that thing. Because keep in
Oh,
mind, I
so
do not.
it was good, huh?
It was delish. I don't like sweet potatoes at all, unless it's like a pie or some candy yams. Where it's with a whole bunch of sugar. That's usually how I can eat my sweet potatoes. But a fresh sweet, like people be eating like a sweet potato or baked sweet. I'm not that kind of bitch. But that brownie, baby, oh my god, I was blown away. I will be doing that again. And if I understand, it's vegan. So I didn't use any eggs or anything. I just used the sweet potato, a cooked sweet potato, the cocoa powder, maple syrup. What else I put in there? What else? It was something else I put in there. Maple syrup.
Nut butter. Nut
No.
butter.
Oh, the peanut butter. Yep,
Mhm.
peanut butter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, vegan
Delish.
is real strict. No dairy.
Yeah, because you can't even use butter.
Mm-mm. No
And I
dairy.
won't be over there. Mhm.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm like, because once you start really getting into the vegan lifestyle, oh yeah, no butter, baby. No, none of that stuff that comes from animal byproducts, none of that stuff.
And that's why you could never catch me because, baby, I make honey and some butter. The fuck?
I'll be a vegetarian, and use dairy before I be a vegan. That's too
Right.
strict. And nutritionally, you got to be on your shit and take vitamins and
Mhm.
And who wants
support
Oh
that?
what
yeah.
you're missing because you're not eating animal products. You really do have to be careful with that.
And then also, it pisses me off that, and I think it's just me mentally. Why are you trying to make something into something that you're trying to get away from? I'm sorry.
Correct.
Why are you trying to make plants into apple into uh resemble
Meat
meat
taste,
or
yeah, meat tasting plants, please. Also, shout out to my homegirl Panasia because I will never forget. She said, "Oh, the people think that vegan lifestyle, is so healthy or it's the right thing to do." And she was like, she made this comment, and it said stuck with me forever. There are fat vegans, and I say, girl, I'm with you when you're right.
I love her name.
Yeah,
Shout out to Panasia.
a lot of fried stuff, fried uh, vegan patties, French fries.
soy this, soy that.
But a lot of oil. Because it's hard to make stuff taste good without fat in it.
And all that soy is not good for you.
Mm-mm.
Y'all can't do a little butter like a nice avocado spread. Y'all can't do that.
Please, Auntie, please.
Not every day. I mean, as an occasional thing, yeah. I mean, anything is okay occasionally, but not as a lifestyle. No.
Mm. Baby, I was born and raised in Durham, North Carolina. I want full fat cream or whatever the fuck. I want it from a cow. I'm sorry. I know this probably upsets Peter and every, but because I listen. I try, and I'm I would try anything once, like chili, but I know where home is, and home is.
No, because you talking about you like that. What's that butter that your grandma made? The we didn't forget. We did not forget.
Don't be talking about granny
No,
butter.
Baby, it's not
listen.
even butter. You mean margarine?
Yeah, the margarine. Yeah, we didn't forget.
Not too
Oh,
much of my grandma bottle.
too much on it. Y'all want something? No, we don't. We want cream. The fuck?
If you
Granny
come
be
to North Carolina
juicing
around these
that
neck of the
butter.
woods, you will be having some of that homemade garlic. I should put in quotes butter.
Yeah,
I
she be
won't, and I
juicing that
won't.
butter up. You hear
You
me?
mean garlic margarine?
Hey,
Garlic oil.
Let's just
okay.
call it garlic love.
Can't believe it's not butter. Hey
If it
Well,
works for you, baby, it works for you. God bless.
well, speaking of imitation butter, Kesha.
Oh no.
Let me start. I actually like Kesha. She ain't do nothing because she actually is doing what a lot of white girls tend to not do. And you see
hmm
why I just share here by way of TMZ. Kesha rips White House for using her music, says Trump is a criminal predator. And
Okay.
if anybody know anything about criminal predators, honey, it's Kesha. Because remember the shit that she had to go through that fucking Dr. Luke and how he's
Ugh.
that makes me sick to my stomach to this very day. And I just, Kesha, sweetie, I just hate you got to go through that.
I don't know her story, but the fact that Bob the drag queen always apparently cries when he be talking
Mm-hmm.
about her, it really just puts
Well,
me in a
and it
place
just
where
ruined
I'm
her
like, damn.
career. It ruined the trajectory of her career.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dr.
it's a
Luke
really sad story.
did a number on her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, Kesha is ripping President Trump and the White House for using one of her songs in a social media post. She says incites violence and threatened war. Here's the deal. The official White House posted a video on TikTok on February 10th that shows a military plane blowing up a ship, all while playing Kesha's Blow. It seems Kesha just got hip to the post because on Monday she ripped the White House for using her music and said she does not approve of her music being used to promote violence of any kind. Kesha adds, love always trumps hate. Please love yourself and each other in times like this. This show of blatant disregard for human life and, quite frankly, this attack on all of our nervous systems is the opposite of what I stand for. The singer got in another shot at Trump, telling folks, also, don't let this distract us from the fact that that criminal predator Donald Trump appears in the files over 1 million times. We've reached out to the White House. So far, no word back. Until now, it looks like there's been an update. The update says the White House is mocking Kesha for blasting their use of her song Blow alongside a video of fighter jets obliterating a ship. Stephen Chung, White House communications director, tweeted, all these quote unquote singers keep falling for this. This just gives us more attention and more view counts to our videos because people want to see what they're bitching about. Furthermore, Kaylin Dorr, White House Deputy Communications Director, chimed in, Kesha quotes are like Popeye spinach to this team. Memes, they'll continue. Winning will also continue. Okay. So, unfortunately, Stephen Chung and Kaylin Dorr have, I hate that they have a point because she actually did. This was an old ass post from February 10th that some people probably saw it and completely forgot, moved on to something else. She actually reignited that fire and now is getting more and more views because people want to see, oh, messy bitches like me. Well, what is he talking about? What's she talking about? Which song is she talking about? What video is she talking about? And going to give that more views. So I hate when a stupid
I
motherfucker is
hate that
right.
people operate in that manner because that's stupid. You know exactly what they're talking about. You don't need to go look. But we love to go be nosy, extra nosy. You know exactly what it is. There's too many examples. But she wants to make sure that we understand that she's not backing it because if she don't say something, then somewhere down the road, somebody gonna be like, "You just didn't say nothing. You let them do whatever." Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. Very true. So I'm glad she did say. Do I wish that it could have been a little bit sooner? Maybe, but she I guess she addressed it when she got word of it. So you go ahead, Keisha. But yes, if you don't know anything about the story between Dr. Luke and Kesha, I would highly recommend going down that rabbit hole and grab some tissue because it is not a good story. And to this day, I don't see how people like Katy Perry. When I tell you, I don't see it for that hoe. That B word could. It is and I'm saying if I feel like if Kesha sees her sees Katie in the Walmart or something, she has every right to beat her motherfucking drag her ass out that store and beat her some more. I don't know why I brought Walmart. And it just seemed like fights usually tend to happen at Walmart for some reason. I don't know, but yeah, beat her ass, girl. Anyway, I'm sorry. Allegedly. Oh, speaking of somebody else who need their ass beat, Justin Timberlake. And we know Janet done told the Jan fam, leave him alone. And respectfully, the Jan fam said, no, we will not leave his fucking ass alone. We don't like that bitch. Well, girl, when I tell you he is like reminding us that he is a white man. Oh, we have we have a comment saying boo, and we have another one saying unalive him.
Damn. Now I ain't gonna go that far, but he is pretty these days. So Just worry about your marriage and your DUI, and mind, and just you just gonna get this smoke, okay? Sorry, sir.
Well, that's the Gagamon because it looks like he is worried about that DU or DWI rather. Because you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Justin Timberlake sues to stop release of DWI arrest footage. So he don't want nobody to see that shit, man. So,
You better make sure old girl don't leave his ass. Worry about your wife.
hmm And shout out to Jessica Biel. I hate she had. I personally think she deserves so much better, but that's not my call. But anyway, Justin Timberlake may have resolved his infamous drunk driving case, but is not quite behind him yet because he's suing to make sure the police body cam never sees the light of day. JT's legal team filed a complaint Monday in Suffolk County Supreme Court in the state of New York, basically saying the footage of him getting popped back in June of 2024 is no one's damn business, aka an unwarranted invasion of personal privacy. As you recall, Justin made major headlines after he was arrested in Sag Harbor that summer on suspicion of DWI, which resulted in a viral mugshot. And plenty of those ruined the tour memes. TMZ broke the story. JT in September 2024 took a plea deal to a lesser charge, a traffic offense, a way smaller offense when compared to the original DWI charge, and then officially put this case behind him, or so he thought. The office of the Suffolk County District Attorney did tell us in 2024 the body cam wouldn't be released because the parties agreed to seal it. But since media outlets are still trying to get the video of the embarrassing moment, Justin can't quite say bye to this whole headache quite yet. Mm-mm. So they did agree to seal it, but it looks like media outlets they really want to see the footage of that night. So now he's working to get his legal team, to doing the most white man thing I could think of. White men love going to court, honey, when something don't go their way. But hey, there you have it. I'm just so glad that the Jan fan all agreed to say, fuck, we love Janet, but fuck what she's saying. It's smoke for that bitch forever. And I love that for y'all. And I'm gonna stand behind y'all. So if y'all need, an honor, because I think I have an honorary membership in the Jan fam. So yeah. Oh, we have a comment. See on site. So
Did Big Booty Will give you that?
Yes, he did actually. Wagoneer Will did give me the permission to. You actually did. He give me the honorary. No, I actually got that back in. When did I get my honorary Jan fan card? Back in 2000 and was it 2005? Because I was the only one still talking about Demeter Joe at the time. That was a good ass album. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Demeter Joe was a hell of an album. So yeah, and they gave me they was like, okay, bitch, you do your homework. Okay. You can come sit with us. I said, oh, thank you. So that's that on that. So I'm actually curious to see like what will happen. Is this like something that because is a police cam? Because isn't being a police officer a public service? So as a public service, and you got a body cam for public protection, is that considered an invasion of privacy? I don't know. I'm just asking it. Like, is it? I don't know. So this is actually very interesting. I will continue to follow this story. That's that on that. This is one story that actually broke at the end of last week, but I I meant to put it on my notepad but kept forgetting to do it, so I put it on there today. So the Jolie kids, and you notice how I just said Jolie and not Jolie Pitt kids, because baby, they're trying to distance themselves from that Pitt name in every way possible. I don't know what the hell went down on that airplane with Brad, Angelina, and them kids, but something went down, and now them kids don't want nothing to do with Brad's ass, honey. And you see, I just shared here by way of TMZ, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's son, Maddox, drops Pitt name from movie credits. So Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's son, Maddox Jolie Pitt, appears to be following in his younger sibling's footsteps, dropping his dad's last name professionally in the credits for his mom's new movie. Maddox worked as an assistant director on Angelina's upcoming flick, Couture, and in the credits, he's listed as Maddox Jolie, nothing more, according to People. Brad and Angelina's eldest child was previously listed as Maddox Jolie Pitt in the credits for Angelina's 2024 movie Maria when he worked as a production assistant on the Netflix film. Maddox joined some of his other siblings in dropping Pitt as a last name. We broke the story. Shiloh got court approval in August of 2024 to drop Pitt from her full name. She was previously Shiloh Novell Jolie Pitt and legally dropped Pitt and kept Jolie. She filed the request 3 days after her 18th birthday.
Mm.
Zahara Marley Jolie Pitt, who was first adopted by Angelina in July 2005, and then by Brad in early 2006, appeared to drop Pitt from her last name, at least informally during a sorority event back in November of 2023 at Spelman College. Vivian Jolie Pitt, who Brad and Angie welcomed along with her twin brother Knox in 2008, styled herself as Vivian Jolie in the June 2024 playbill for Broadway's The Outsiders, where she worked as a production assistant. On its face, it seems some of the kids are trying to distance themselves from their dad, a divide that's only grown wider since the two parents filed for divorce in 2016 and took 8 years to hash things out. We reached out to a rep for Brad who had no comment.
I mean, when I say karma is a bitch, karma is a bitch.
Moon, you better
And
wake it
it
up
show
because the
you
North remembers, honey.
because the way it looked like the universe covers old girl, the way you did her, baby, it's coming back onto you tenfold. And it's, I mean, I don't have nothing against Brad,
I
but
do.
buddy, whatever you did, coming back on you tenfold. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, he acted an
And
ass on that plane for that boy to be
oh,
doing all that.
oh yeah, for all the kids, oh yeah, he probably acted a natural ass. But also, I think Jolie also, I think there was a little manipulation and but then was her kids, especially the adopted kids before Brad came. So I think, and she's a master manipulator. So, buddy, you gonna lose this one. You gonna lose this fight.
Okay,
Sorry,
buddy. Yeah,
sorry.
let that let him do what he want to do. Leave that boy alone. If
I
it's
don't
meant
think
for
he.
him to, come to you, he will.
I think that's what Brad. He just now it seemed like he hands off with all these kids. Like he ain't even fucking with it. Like, all right, y'all, I'm the bad guy. Whatever.
Right. Haven't even seen him with them in years.
They don't want
Hmm.
to go around that ass. I tell you, I wish. Look, if one of them kids got video camera from their phone or something, or some kind of art, I want to know what happened on that plane.
Yeah, something happened, child. Cause
Something major, because I know there was reports like he done jumped up and choked her and stuff. And then the kids were trying to get in, and he started hitting the kids as well, like from or allegedly. Like it
look.
was this is like some shit done
Look,
popped off on
I'm
that
not
plane.
saying any abuse is okay, but I'm telling you, I know Angelina did a fucking number on his ass. Look here, she might have a little, allegedly a little witchcraft. Look, she a witch. I'm sorry, you fucked around and found out, sir,
Mm.
and that's what happened. You should have stayed where your ass was at with Jennifer when it was nice and peaceful.
Mm-mm, he ain't need Jennifer either. Brad Pitt is community dick. Community dick is for the community. You don't marry community dick. You just do what it do and go home. Get your little
You know
needs
what? I
fixed.
can't even take that from you no more because the way the way you don't 50 got you in a chokehold. I can't even take your community dick, leave it as community dick. Please. Goodbye.
But that's the thing. I know he's
If
community
if
dick.
but if 50 said, even though I'm community dick, let's get married, y'all ass would do it. Just like a bird.
Unfortunately, yeah, I can't even lie. Like, yeah, I would jump
Exactly.
at the opportunity so fast. Oh my god.
Exactly. So shut the fuck up.
Touche, touche.
Talking about community dick need to stay as community dick.
Because and like
It
this,
do,
I
but
met some really nice, people who were but I couldn't see myself being serious with them. That's
because
like
they ain't 50. Everybody got a little bird, somebody they a bird for.
touche. Yep, and mine happens to be 50 and Dwayne Brady. Both of them, either one of them. I don't care. At the same time, at separate times, I don't give a damn. Oh, and Puppy, but he didn't hear that because right now he's in the huddle. Well, speaking of who's not huddling, honey, this is still about Angelina Jolie, because there have been rumors that she's dating her co-star in that new movie Couture, that she's dating her, but they confirmed that they are not fucking around. And you should see where it says here, Angelina Jolie is not dating Couture
Ew.
co-star Louis Garrel, despite rumors.
Ew. But look, boy, you better run for your life. Stay away from that. She a witch. Allegedly, allegedly.
No, girl, go ahead and get your little taste, Louise. Get
Mm-mm.
your little taste.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Better stay away from that. Them high cheekbones and them natural filled lips. Mm-mm.
But
Mm-mm.
she'll put them
Mm-mm.
cheekbones to use, son, put them to work. Okay.
If you know what's good for you, you stay away from. You saw what happened to Brad's ass. Stay away.
hmm Well, Angelina Jolie and Louis Garrel are not taking their on-screen romance into real life, despite persistent rumors to the contrary. Sources close to Angelina tell TMZ Angelina and her Couture co-star are not dating. It's true that Angelina and Louis have been out to dinner, but our sources say they've only broken bread as friends, and that's where their relationship stands. We're told Angelina and Louis are good friends who have friends in common, but she remains single and she's only focused on her kids and her work. Angelina's ex-husband, Brad Pitt, is dating. He's got a smoking hot girlfriend in Inez de Ramon, but Angelina remains single as a dollar bill. She's being dogged by romance rumors in the past, like in August of 2024, when she was falsely linked to British rapper, author, and activist Akala. So she's not new to this. I'll tell you something else that she's not new to, but I'm gonna be nice today because she's been going through it with that white man. So, don't trust around your husband. Does Luis got a girlfriend? Because look, Hammy be trying to talk shit about me, honey, but it's really people like and
Look,
my whole thing was like it was just the gaslight that they tried to do with Jennifer that bothered me. Because no, we're co-stars. No, we're both really good actors. We just take our
they
roles really
played in my girl's face. They played
plain
in my
in her
girl's face.
whole time they was fucking.
Look, I'm telling you, she drank Billy Bob Thornton's blood. She's a witch, allegedly, allegedly. Run for the hills.
Touche.
And she ain't afraid to snatch nobody's man.
Clearly. We have a comment saying, fuck Jennifer. Honestly, I would have to agree. And in recent years, she has become, because I actually used to like her, she has become someone that I'm not a fan of over the last couple of years. So.
Why? What she do? Wait, did I miss something?
Yes, you remember Hammy just put it right in the chat after pulling that white woman routine on Jamie Foxx's black lipped ass. Yes, that was what made me like, okay, girl.
Well, Jamie, I have mixed feelings about Jamie, so.
Same here.
All they asses. Everybody fucked up over there. All of them.
And that's another one, honey. Don't bring your girl around, Jamie, honey, especially if she white, honey. Katie Holmes.
Oh, black girl, sure. White woman, you out of there.
Because you remember how I just think, because they still ain't gonna say it out loud, but him and Katie Holmes was fucking, allegedly, which is crazy because he was smiling all up in Tom Cruise's face.
I thought we all knew that they dated. I
Well,
thought
we're not
that
supposed
was
to
the
know.
open secret. Please, that was an open ass secret. Please, please. Stop. Again, y'all stop playing in our faces, okay?
But also, Tom
It's
Cruise is
supposed
a
to be a
cancer
secret.
man.
It's supposed to be a secret. Please.
That's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be a secret.
Because I really remember them being out, and somebody interviewed them. They was out in public, cozy, and somebody interviewed. You knew somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how secretive that they called themselves being secretive in the beginning, but
And
I don't know.
Cheeto lock secret. That's crazy.
Exactly.
And get that dick, girl. I know Jamie got a nice one. I saw
How
it.
you know? You
They put it
saw it when?
on. They put it on Media Takeout. Like when was some years back? Like 2007 maybe. I was like,
I
oh,
didn't
Jamie got a
see
nice
that.
face.
Listen, it's seen too much white milk. No, thank you.
You know what? Quinn strict rules. She's got a point. She's got a point there.
Oh, that little in the comment. I don't care. White residue, not interested. Well, sometimes a little white residue. All you gotta do is just take a wet wipe and wipe it off.
No,
Look what
sorry.
happened with Sierra.
Please.
Because when she got her husband,
Please.
honey, they had
We not
plenty.
listen,
Oh,
we're not no.
okay.
No.
He only had one, and he went from below to up. He upgraded. He realized the error of his ways and re-upgraded. So
Now
we
we
can
have a
let that.
comment saying take acid to it. I am screaming. No, don't put acid on that. Oh my god. This maybe a wet one. That's that's antibacterial. Or some good old fashioned Dial soap. We got a nurse in here, honey. The nurses always recommend that Dial soap. Use that Dial soap to wipe that white residue off. Oh, not lye soap.
Y'all funny.
Oh gosh. Well, are y'all familiar with a influencer by the name of Sarah Safari?
It's giving.
I'm not, but I know y'all know who Puka Nakua is.
It's giving skip.
It might. But Puka Nakua, because we talked about him not too
Puka
long ago.
Nakua.
Mm-hmm.
Who the
He
fuck
do
is
sports.
that?
He do sports.
Oh, I don't know. What kind of sport? What sport does he do?
Y'all,
Is it
can
basketball?
we skip?
Oh, it looked like they want to see. Y'all don't want to hear about how it's Sarah shit, I can't even say the girl name right. Sarah
Exactly.
Safari. She denies Puka Nakua romance. She said we're actually siblings. So.
Ew. Oh.
Okay, well then
Okay.
let that be it. Okay, she said they siblings. Cool. Next story.
Because I really don't know who these people are.
Right, because we
I'm
don't
like,
know
oh,
none
good
of
for
these
them.
people.
And
Well,
we
that's
don't
that
even
on
know what
that.
sport he does, so we can't even like attribute it. We don't even know where he
Let
at.
me do
Was
a
that
quick
the one
Google.
who got in trouble?
I think his brother or something happened.
Oh yeah.
Something
Okay. Yeah,
happened.
we got it.
Oh,
That's it. That's
football
it.
guy?
Yeah. Next story.
Uh,
Yep. Next
okay.
story.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Okay. I'll let, huh?
that's what I thought. The next story, honey. So, it's Kelly Osbourne. How we feel about
Oh,
that one?
shit.
See back, girl. Didn't we tell you to tell the people you got something going on?
Okay.
Stay
What they
away.
got to say? What Kelly done did or said? Come on, let's go.
Okay, so first of all, jump scare warning, because I don't know
Ooh,
why they would use this picture that they have here on TMZ.
the bangs.
The,
The
the
bangs.
bangs, girl. Look, and we have a comment,
This,
Annabelle. Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I'm not trying to laugh. I'm not, because eating disorders are very serious. Very. I'm sorry, baby. This look is giving anorexia nervosa.
Patrick
Heavy.
Star. It's giving.
Not Ozempic. I've seen plenty of people on. This is not Ozempic face. And everybody on
Patrick
Twitter
Star.
was trying to say Ozempic, Ozempic. No, baby. This is anorexia nervosa face. Okay.
Patrick Starface.
Well, and y'all see here by way of TMZ, her friends are concerned, but they understand that she's grieving. So Kelly Osbourne lost a lot of weight recently, and while
Oh,
it
he
has
did.
some folks around her concerned, it sounds like it's a direct it's a direct link to her famous father's death. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Kelly's circle believes much of her concerning weight loss is tied to grief over her late father, Ozzy Osbourne. We're told friends are concerned, but they know she's grieving and they know she's working on it. But and they're giving her grace when it comes to her dramatic weight loss because they know it's all tied to the grieving process. Our sources say Kelly is aware of how she looks, but it's difficult for her to focus on her appearance while dealing with the tragedy of losing her father. And keeping her body at a healthy weight is hard when she's grieving and not eating. It's been a little over 7 months since Ozzy passed, and it's clearly been hard on Kelly. It hasn't stopped folks from body shaming her, but Kelly's not been afraid to fire back at her critics. Mm-hmm.
I just want a correction, not Patrick Star, Jeffree Star. That's what I was trying to refer to.
Yeah.
Um, but also, again, you putting the statement out after the fact, ma'am. Put the statement out in beginning and keep your ass in the house. Okay? You grieving? Go see that goddamn get on that chair. Go see that goddamn therapist. Get you a feeding bag if you need it or something. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody to support you through your situation. But
Mhm.
stay your ass from outside. Because if you wasn't outside, no one would see. You know what I'm saying?
Personally, I think Kelly
Wish
should
her
be
the
ashamed of herself because she's trying to use her father's death to I thought that this was nothing but a PR move. If I ain't never seen one, honey.
and listen. This is why again I said she should have said that beforehand, and she should have kept her black. Well, she's not black, but she should have kept her ass in the house. But yeah, now you're trying to use this, and mind you, I ain't gonna tell nobody how to grieve because grief is different from everyone. And cool, I understand not being able to eat and doing all the things, and you know, just being going through it when you, especially when you lose a parent. But at the same time, you able to put out this PR notice after the fact. After we see you outside, we see what you look like, and you saying you know what you look like. Now, get the help you need.
Mm,
Stay in the
I don't
house.
know. If I say what I'm gonna say, I sound mean. So I'm just gonna not say nothing at all. Cause
No, I hear you, and that's what I'm because I'm like I don't my thought. I totally understand grief, truly I do, and I'm giving her this because I expect her to go through something. But here's the thing where you lose me. You actually took the choice to go out with this. You wore spaghetti straps, meaning you wore accessories, giving attention to that area. So you wanted people to see that lack of collarbone that you have. And you put those bangs, the bangs, y'all.
With
Oh,
no ears. Oh Lord. The
oh.
I
angle of this
mean,
picture is
her
not
and her mama together, they look like a whole set of Annabelle. Whatever. Yeah, you knew. And now you putting that on Ozzy's death. I
Yeah,
just,
like you should be
and it's
ashamed of
not
yourself.
like he ain't been sick. I don't know. Let me not talk about how somebody grieved, but I feel like we're using this as an excuse
Hmm.
stay your ass in the house. And we won't talk about you.
to hide. And maybe it exacerbated it. Maybe it did because you had lost weight before. It's not like we hadn't seen you with weight loss.
Hmm.
But this is above and beyond. And maybe you did lose a little more weight when through the whole thing, but baby, this
But
is
who did
giving.
who did the bangs though?
This is like the bangs you get when you like 12 years old,
Hello,
Hmm.
because they look self cut. They're not even. The bevel, the bump on them is. Oh
giving
Lord.
roller.
It's not even rolling. It's giving. You know how your part of your iron is like one heat and part of your iron is another heat, and you try to continue and make the same same like bevel of a curl. You know what I'm saying? And you don't get it right the second time. Yeah, that's what it's giving because it's uneven.
Let me tell you, if Joan Rivers was still alive, baby,
She
she'd
would
have to
have
stay
ate.
in the house.
She would have ate her up. She would have had no choice but to stay in the house. And
Joan would have wrote. She might actually. No, Joan would have been nasty with it. I already know.
R.I.P. to that white woman. Hello,
And
the
speaking of,
years.
wasn't she sitting right alongside Jane, being nasty right along with her on Fashion Police, if I
Listen,
remember correctly?
I feel like so.
Yes, yes,
But
she
why she got
was
that ear tuck though? That hair tuck. Oh no, I don't know. It just making it.
Make it worse. So
Ugh.
these comments in the chat got me cracking up. So somebody said, so Grief has her looking like Stinky Peterson with a bad wig.
Correct.
Um, and then they say she's up there trying to get face, but looking like an ankle bone.
Mm-hmm. A neck bone with no meat. Mm-hmm.
Ate her up, no anorexia.
Mm-hmm.
Be ashamed of yourselves. But yeah, she should be ashamed. Using her dad's death for that, honey. And
Also, the makeup look real heavy. Heavy,
mhm.
heavy.
Yeah, like
The
girl, if you wanted to give drag realness, just say that.
hello.
Nah, that's that on that, honey. Are y'all familiar with Bruce Campbell? Right, I'm sure. Well, probably not by name, but I'm sure if y'all saw his face, you'll know exactly who he is from the Evil Dead movies.
Oh, you about to talk about his go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, you
I
see where
saw I saw that story recently, yeah.
it's sad, and you see where it says Evil Dead star Bruce Campbell reveals he has cancer. So,
No, not that guy.
yeah.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's okay, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Well, Bruce Campbell has revealed he has cancer, but he says it's the type that's treatable, though not curable. The Evil Dead actor shared the news Monday in a message to his fans, writing, "Hi, folks. These days, when someone is having a health issue, it's referred to as an opportunity. So let's go with that. I'm having one of those." He continued, also called a type of cancer that's treatable, not curable. I apologize if that's a shock. It was to me too. Campbell said he wouldn't go into further detail about his diagnosis, but explained his work schedule will be changing. Appearances and cons and work in general need to take backseat to treatment, he wrote, adding he plans to focus on getting as well as I possibly can over the summer. As a result, Campbell says he had to cancel several convention appearances this summer, noting treatment needs and professional obligations don't always go hand in hand. He says his plan is to tour this fall in support of his new film, Ernie and Emma, which he stars in and directs. Ending on a determined note, Campbell told fans, "I am a tough old son of a bitch, and I expect to be around for a while." I know that's right. So, yeah, oh, we have a comment. 2026 is not playing with us for real, though. For
Sure
real.
ain't. That cancer knocking folks down left and right.
Hmm. So that's that on that. Wishing him well, and like you said, he plans to. He said a strong old son. He ain't no weak bitch now. He ain't going out down without a fight. So, well, um, this is probably gonna be another one y'all want to skip because y'all probably don't know who this person is. But Jake Weber, he got famous by way of Vine, and then when Vine, got rid of Vine, he went over to TikTok and built the following. Girl, why is he dealing with stalkers at his house? A woman that
Mm-hmm.
came to his house, honey. And y'all see where it says here by way of TMZ, cops arrest woman outside YouTuber Jake Weber's LA home.
People be nuts, boy.
And I'm like, you going crazy over like, cause no shade to him, really. But this what you like if I had to get be like me, if I wanted like security or police called on me and I'm going to a celebrity site, it would be like somebody like 50 Cent or Wayne Brady. But this, mm, okay.
Well, it might not be your flavor, but it's somebody's flavor.
Touche. It's clearly her flavor, honey. So a woman was arrested overnight after allegedly attempted to break into Jake Weber's Los Angeles home. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ officers were called to the YouTuber's residence around midnight after a female showed up on his doorstep and tried to open the door. We're told she was taken away in cuffs for trespassing. Sources say Jake is the one who called police to his home, though it's unclear if he met with officers when they arrived. Been a rough run for Jake lately. The trespassing incident comes after a similar situation 2 weeks ago when a woman arrived at his home uninvited and caused a disturbance. Sources say it's unclear if it's the same woman. Jake first gained popularity on the now defunct app Vine around 2013. When the app was terminated, he transitioned to YouTube, where he boasts over 4 million subscribers. Mm-mm.
Mm.
And his content is very white, like white focused. So from what I've seen, I don't know who this person is, but yeah, because I was trying to look like to see like, is he cute? Does he have like cute videos or something? Like, what would make somebody want to go and just knock at his home and cause a disturbance at his house and shit?
A
Like,
mentally ill person
touche.
probably want to go jump in the bed with him and have sex and all kind. People are nuts out here, Auntie.
Mm-hmm.
Whose home was the woman kept breaking into, talking about she was his wife? More than once she was caught on his property. I forget what star that was, but there's some crazy people out here.
Oh
They
yeah.
get obsessed. People get obsessed.
And
and
then
do
remember,
nutty
right
things.
before Suzanne Summers passed away, remember, like she had an incident with a I mean, he just didn't do anything, but how he was so easily able to get in her house, and she was live streaming at the time. Remember that?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. I mean, you in a neighborhood, you think it's all safe. You in a rich neighborhood and don't lock your door, and here comes some nut just walking into your house. I mean, thank God, she wasn't hurt, but yeah.
That's why you got to keep you a piece of steel to keep the
Well,
peace.
keep your doors locked. You ain't never safe. I don't care what neighborhood you live in.
That actually just happened. An incident happened in Raleigh not too long ago, where a man broke into, it was an elderly woman's home. I believe she was a teacher, a well-known like community teacher. Was
Hmm.
killed. Like from what I understand, that crazy motherfucker attacked her with a brick or something, and she was on the
Oh
phone
wow.
with the cops but he was able to break into her house. I think if I need to read the story again, but I think he broke in through the window or some shit. It was real fucked up.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
Yeah,
So.
you definitely need some peace action on you. I don't care how old you are, and work out. Don't be in there all weak and shit. You know, do some exercise and have a piece or a bat. Or, I mean, have something. When you get elderly, you become a target.
Hmm.
People be watching you. Mm-mm. I ain't
Unfortunately.
trying to go down that road, honey. I want you to look at me and say, hmm, she might be able to fight back.
Hello. Because I feel like we used to have a code, and honey, ain't no code no more. 'Cause
Oh
I feel
yeah,
like it was an unwritten code, like no women, no children, and no
no,
elders.
no elders. Yeah, that's out the window. You're
Hmm.
viewed as a easy target.
Well,
You might get me, but it ain't gonna be easy.
yeah. Well, speaking of targets, honey, Kodak Black. The reason I say he was a target because he was actually shot in the leg, for this incident that happened.
Oh
But he
my
actually,
goodness, whole thing.
yeah, but it was from a 2022 Super Bowl party that was thrown by
Oh,
Justin Bieber, or some shit.
oh, okay.
But the reason that it's brought up now, because you see here by way of TMZ, Kodak Black Super Bowl 2022 after party shooting lawsuit dropped. So he
Oh,
just got a legal win because of that.
okay.
Well, a $10 million lawsuit against Kodak Black over a shooting at an after party during Super Bowl weekend has been dropped, and it cannot be refiled, TMZ has learned. Remember, a shooting took place outside the Nice Guy restaurant in Los Angeles on February 12th of 2022 at an event hosted by Justin Bieber. Kodak reportedly took a bullet to the leg during the kerfuffle, and two bystanders, Mark Schaefer and Adam Rahman, were also allegedly shot. Schaefer and Rahman ended up suing Kodak for their injuries, claiming he escalated the situation, which they say eventually led to someone else firing a weapon.
Okay.
Originally, Bieber was also included as a defendant, but he was dismissed from the suit months after the complaint was filed. Kodak's lawyer, Bradford Cohen, tells TMZ the lawsuit filed by Gloria Allred might have been the dumbest, most ridiculous lawsuit I have ever read. As I said, when this idiotic lawsuit was filed, they would not get a dime. This was light work for me and our LA office run by Zoe Aron. Luckily for them, our client decided to forego filing a motion for his attorney fees and let them whimper away with their tail between their legs. This should be a warning and a lesson to dopey attorneys filing dopey lawsuits. Come for our clients and we will come for you. Damn, Bradford, tell them how you really feel. Well, Bradford tells us there was no settlement of the case, saying he simply gave the other lawyers an ultimatum: either drop the case or get sued for attorney fees. He says they've opted to have the case dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
We've reached out to Allred for comment. So far, no word back. And that's the gagger, honey, because from what I understand about Gloria Allred, she and her daughter Lisa Bloom, they make it do what it do in them courtrooms.
They
So
do, but this was kind of weak sauce here.
yeah.
I mean, he didn't even have a gun. Like, come on now. What he supposed to do? Kiss them people ass, and then somebody shot at. Nah, that was weak sauce. Weak sauce.
Yep. Or dopey, as Mr. Bradford Corn says, dopey attorney filing dopey lawsuits. I said, we might need to bring that word back, honey, dopey. That's that on that.
Sorry, because it sounded like two white boys that were shot to me.
Oh, I think a white boy and maybe like Middle Eastern because it said ramen.
Yeah, they wasn't black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, you ain't getting no money out of that one.
Well, y'all, this next story is crazy. So we've talked quite a bit about YNW Melly and his, murder on my mind, how he allegedly killed his friend, and they used his lyrics against him. Baby, now they're trying to use his mama in a wire against him, girl.
Oh wow.
Girl, when I read this, my mouth would just drop to the. I said, oh, oh, oh. Well, y'all see, I just shared here by way of hot new hip hop. YNW Melly's mom reportedly wore a wire to aid his trial, but it may backfire. So, YNW Melly's double murder case has been a puzzling ordeal for several years now, but it may have just gotten even more complex. According to a report by all hip hop contributor Illseed, the Floridian rapper's mother, Jamie Demons King, possibly hurt hurt her son's chances of a more lenient sentence. As the writer shares, she reportedly wore a wire to draw out a confession that Melly is indeed innocent. That's at least what we are to assume, as the rumor is pretty vague. What the source gathered was the alleged plan was risky. She would wear a wire, try to draw out a confession, and in return secure a drastically reduced sentence. Per the author, that's the chatter on social media and elsewhere. So take all of this with a major grain of salt. However, for what it's worth, these people who are claiming this happened say that this has or will backfire on YNW Melly's mom. Moreover, if this winds up becoming factual, the Murder on My Mind songwriter's matriarch didn't actively betray him. She was merely tricked into thinking this would help him get a rumored 10-year sentence.
Wow.
Reportedly, the prosecutors are pushing for a hefty 40-year to life bid. With how tricky it's been to acquire concrete evidence, folks spreading this development believe it's going to give them a requisite ammunition they've been searching for. Again, this is all very murky, so proceed with caution as we advance towards YNW Melly's double murder trial. Speaking of, that's going to take place in January of 2027. More recently, we learned that his witness tampering charges have been dropped. The state believed that Melly convinced his girlfriend not to participate in his murder trial. The ruling arrived one day before the jury selection process, which was January 21st. As his newly retained legal team, it became immediately apparent to us that no crime had occurred. Unfortunately, for 652 days while these charges were pending, the state did not reach the same conclusion until the cusp of the trial, his lawyers told Rolling Stone. Yeah, this is all very. Are y'all as confused as I am?
Yes.
This is all very confusing, honey.
Sound like it's gonna be one of those long young thug situations.
Mm-hmm. And I forgot to mention that this was actually, I had the 3 stories left. This is the 3rd story, so my bad. Meant to mention that earlier. So that's that on that. This next story. So, do y'all remember sometime back we talked about a Cuban rapper by the name of Chocolate MC who got caught up for trying to put a hit on somebody and they found his ass guilty? Yeah. How you go skip? Ain't this your Florida?
No.
We've had our 2 skips, ma'am.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
We had one skip. And the next. We had a one skip and the next. Barely a next.
Well, this was just an update from that story. Chocolate gets decade behind bars for revenge scheme against El Tiger Killer. So just crazy, honey. Crazy.
That's what he get.
Really? And honestly, I think he should have gotten more if you ask me, but hey. So, Chocolate MC received a 10-year prison sentence Monday after accepting a plea agreement that consolidates charges from 3 separate criminal cases in Miami-Dade County. The Cuban hip-hop artist agreed to the deal that combines sentences for soliciting murder for hire, kidnapping, and burglary charges. The 29-year-old rapper's legal troubles stem from his attempt to orchestrate revenge against Damian Valdez Galoso, who faces murder charges in the October 2024 killing of Cuban reggaeton star El Tiger. El Tiger was found shot in the back of the head near Jackson Memorial Hospital on October 3rd of 2024. The 37-year-old reggaeton artist died from his injuries 1 week later. Prosecutors presented evidence showing Chocolate MC offered a $20,000 bounty for Valdez Galoso's death while both men were incarcerated. Court records revealed Chocolate MC posted social media videos targeting his friend's alleged killer. "Bring me his head and I'll pay you a reward," Chocolate MC said in one video played during his November 2025 trial. The prosecution argued that this constituted clear solicitation, murder for hire. During testimony, Chocolate MC broke down while discussing El Tiger's death. "If you're asking me to kill him about this, no, I don't, but I'm not capable of killing anyone," he said on the stand, according to Local 10. The rapper claimed he expressed himself incorrectly in the threatening videos. I'm sorry. The plea agreement also addresses Chocolate MC's December 2024 kidnapping case, where prosecutors allege he abducted a fan at gunpoint in Opalaka, who simply wanted a photograph. The video evidence showed the rapper forcing the victim into a vehicle before driving to an undisclosed location. Additionally, Chocolate MC pled guilty to burglarizing a hotel room, though specific details of this incident remain sealed in court documents. The combined plea deal requires him to undergo mental health and substance abuse evaluations while serving his sentence. Miami-Dade Circuit Judge Teresa Poehler ordered Sierra Hernandez to maintain no contact with victims from all three cases during his incarceration and 5-year probation period. According to NBC6, the rapper was immediately fingerprinted and escorted from the courtroom following Monday's sentencing hearing. Chocolate MC rose to prominence in Miami's Cuban hip-hop scene through collaborations with artists like Gente de Zona and his solo tracks that gained millions of YouTube views. His music often reflected the struggles of Cuban immigrants adapting to life in South Florida. Valdez Galoso remains in custody awaiting trial for El Tiger's murder, with prosecutors seeking first-degree murder charges. Child. I think the hardest thing to believe in this story that Chocolate MC was only 27 years old. I thought this man was damn near close to 50. Does he not look old as shit in this damn thumbnail that they're using? When I saw, I said 27, and I had to make sure because I was like, clearly they mean 47. There must be a typo. But no, I looked it up. He is 27 years old, honey. That's crazy.
And they gonna send him back to Cuba once he died?
Oh. That's a good question. Look, shoot, with the way things looking now, it sounds probable. I don't know. So, the $20,000, so one of his friends was he tried to put out a hit on somebody, and it didn't work out in his favor. And now, look, I feel like Young Dirk. It looks not Young Dirk. Lil Durk should be shitting in his damn prison pajamas right now. He should be. Because from what I understand, baby, they are coming for his ass and coming with evidence proving that he did that, put together that murder for hire. That ended up getting a little Pab killed. So, girl, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch this story. But look, shit, and this was in Florida for sure. And Dirk's trial will be in California. But still, it's still the same shit, man. They got evidence that prove that murder for hire is extremely illegal, like extremely. So, y'all know I'm gonna be watching. Well, that's that on that. Well, our last story, we're gonna end out on something that's gonna make us smile, honey. I thought this was just too adorable. So, Tiana Taylor's daughter, Rue. They call her and her mama. They talked Tiana and Rue out, and TMZ asked them a couple of questions. Rue just happened to jump in and took over the interview. I said, you know what, that right there is a superstar. That is a superstar in training, honey. Just like her mama. And you can see where I just shared by way of TMZ. Tiana Taylor's daughter Rue adorably crashes our interview and talks style. So let's see what Tiana and Rue has to say, honey. Let me share my screen. This just made me smile from it. I said, she's so stinking cute. Oh my God.
Tiana, how nice is this to get to share this whole amazing experience with your kids?
Everything. That's the moment, that is the moment.
What's been the best part of all of this with the kids?
I mean, just getting to share these moments with them, I think that's the most special part of it.
And my favorite thing about the carpet is that I got to help my mom fix her dress.
Oh.
Because I knew she could have been down in her dress.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. How do you keep one-upping yourself with the fashion?
And I'm mostly saying this for my mom.
Oh, you are so cute, and your fashion is amazing too.
Yeah.
How do you come up with your style, Rue? How do you come up with what you're gonna wear?
It's because I'm really smart. And
That's right.
I get it from my mom.
Oh my
Talk
God,
your
I know
shit,
that's right.
please.
cute.
I usually I have an outfit that's really close to her, so I wear it.
Very sweet. That is just
But normally I wear red because it's my mom's favorite.
I love you, Rue. Tiana, thank you and congrats on everything. Cheers. See you later. Bye. Bye.
But she said I could out talk y'all. He didn't have no more questions.
Okay. Did that not make y'all smile? That was just too adorable. I said, you better talk. She said, why he said, why do you think your fashion is good? Oh, because I'm really smart. You see, I help my mom out. I help her fix her dress on the red carpet. Rue,
And
you
I get
better
it from
tell
my
her.
mama. I get it from my
And
mama.
did.
Look here.
Too
And he
cute.
didn't have no other. She shut them extra questions they be having. She shut that shit down.
She was cutting up the whole time because I definitely saw the clip where she was fixing the dress. She was making sure her mom was straight, and then they also interviewed her again, on the carpet, and she was singing "Let It Go," and I was like, "Oh yes, Lord, Jesus." Um, she was getting her little tunes off with her cute little outfit on the carpet, and then she was trying to remember another song to sing, and she's like, "I don't remember the lyrics." But shout out to Tiana and her
And her
cute
little copy
child.
and paste children. Copy
Hello.
Mhm.
and paste.
And talking about Junie one there because Junie was hanging with her homegirls. Huh?
She getting to that age like, girl, bye. Go on and have your little red carpet. I'm finna go kick it with my friends.
Mhm.
Mm.
I see that is a little superstar in the making. I'm seeing in her what I saw in Marsai Martin back then, like when she first started on Blackish. It is immediately when I said that little girl is a star. That's a superstar right there, star quality. And now look, Marsai ended up being what, the youngest executive producer for a movie in history. So this is one to look out for. I'm telling y'all. Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. So before we head out and before a bitch got to go vote, I totally woke up and forgot a bitch had to go vote today. I was like, why the fuck I ain't do that damn early voting? But gotta go do my adult responsibilities, child. And before we head out, did anybody have any tea that they want to share or any tea that I might have missed?
Happy birthday to Florida. That's it. That's all I got.
Happy birthday, Florida. Thank y'all for
Oh.
Bucky's.
Oh
I,
no,
I
that's definitely Bucky's is definitely Texas, but
I know, but I got to try for the first time when I was in Daytona Beach. So
Okay, period. Period.
had it not
Say
been
no
for
more.
Daytona Beach, I would have never had Bucky's.
Correct.
Be giving
Everything
Florida credit for buckets.
Look, you got to do what you got to do. Matter of fact, and after a while, I'm gonna be giving Mebin credit for it because I heard they just put up Bucky's in Mebin. So I'm like, you know what? Thank you, Mebin, for your Bucky's. Let me see. We have a chat. A public school system reported that some students are playing a game based on the movie Five Nights at Freddy's, but it's called Five Nights at Epstein. Oh my God. Are the kids okay? That's horrible. First of all, have y'all seen Five Nights at Freddy? That was like a complete waste of my time, honey. The way
No.
that Honey, let me tell you something. I love Matthew Lillard so much that even he couldn't say the damn movie. I'm
Who
like, they
you love a who?
Matthew Lillard, I like him a lot.
Who is that?
You remember from Scream? Who he play on Scream?
Mm.
Not Billy, but what was his name in Scream? Stu. Was it Stu?
I don't know. There's like 7 Screams apparently,
But
and I've only seen the first one. I think maybe the second one.
oh, yep, and he was Shaggy in the Scooby Doo movies. Yep, I forgot all about that. Yep, Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
The one that they said they couldn't act. They was that what's his name? Shit.
Who's because I oh no, Skeet Ulrich. They say Skeet Ulrich can't act, and they might be right about that.
No. There was somebody who was defending him. There was someone who was defending him because a director was like, "Oh, he doesn't like him." He's like, "Oh, he's not my favorite actor," or some shit
Oh yeah,
happened.
that
Do you
Quentin
recall?
Tarantino thing.
Yeah.
No, that's not them. That was I
Okay.
forgot who that person's name was.
He
But
played Shaggy.
yep, he was Shaggy. He did really well as Shaggy. I'll get arrested because I know they talk.
Shaggy in hold on now I gotta go look it up.
Baby, the live action Shaggy.
Yeah,
There's
this is
only
who I'm
one
talking
live
about.
action.
The person in my head, this is the same person. Hold on, wait a minute now. You did a story on this. What's his name again?
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew.
But the actor
Yes,
we were talking about.
You did a story on someone not liking him. Yes. There was it was someone basically getting back at the person. I forgot the other guy's name, but he was defending him. Someone was defending him against a director who was saying like, "Oh, I don't like him," or he's not an actor," or something about him not being a good actor, or he doesn't like working with him, or he doesn't like casting him or something. This other person was defending him. This was a story on the daytime tea, on Auntie's daytime tea. I remember this distinctly because
It
I like
was,
this guy.
but you getting your white people mixed up because it wasn't Lillard. Matter of fact, I can tell you who that
It wasn't. It was no. The person I'm talking about, right? He's the person I'm talking about as far as being defended. Someone was defending for him.
It wasn't him. I can tell you in a second.
It was him.
It was a
Someone
different
was.
actor.
Listen, someone was defending his honor.
Somebody pull it up. Pull it up.
Listen, Lord,
Child.
this
Cause
gotta
I'm
y'all
be.
gonna go
looking
back
for
This
it
and
had
right
to.
forth.
now.
This had to be maybe like a month or two ago. Somebody was defending his honor because someone said a director said that he did not like Matthew Lillard.
It's possible that may have been from my December 10th show. Let me see. Yep, that was it was Zach Woods who was defending was it Michael Sykes? Let me see.
No,
So not
Matthew Matthew Lillard reacts to Quentin Tarantino criticizing his acting. That was the person who responded to that was defending him in that regard. That Quentin Tarantino doesn't like Matthew Lillard. That was the story.
Yeah, this was the story we went over. Quentin Tarantino torched by Office star Zach Woods over actor critiques.
Right, but it was specifically about Matthew Lillard.
Oh, in case you missed it, Quentin Tarantino gave his ruthless opinion recently on some fan favorite actors, including Paul Dano and Matthew Lillard. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I know I'm not crazy.
So yeah, because you see, I'm still surprised because maybe I done definitely skipped over because anybody saying Matthew Lillard can't act is a whole line, and I don't go up for many white male actors, but that one, that can act, he can act his ass off, and been doing it.
Hello, but yeah, I know him.
Yes. Yeah, I just remember his video, Zach Woods. That's who I thought you were mixing Lillard up with.
Oh no! I didn't remember his name. I just knew he was defending him. Like, hey, this motherfuckers don't know what the fuck you talking about. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I know Matt Lillard by face, and I've known him again since Scream. Just by that, and he's been a bunch of other things. Most recently, he's in he's in the episode of no. He's in the new Cross series or
He
new
sure
Cross
is.
season.
I need to
Yeah,
start watching it.
yeah. But he got some range on him. Hello.
Them two fine black men that's leading that show, honey. Well, first of all, Aldous Hodge,
Oh,
that's a North Carolina brother right there.
hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. This is also what I've been trying to remember to put out or bring up. You know the other dude is the fucking Old Spice guy.
Yes, Mustafa Johnson, honey. Yeah, we know
Listen,
him very well.
listen. What I tell you, he was talking about this, and I was like, oh shit! I had to put. I literally was like 10 years old. Like, damn, that's right. Because I was like, I know him from somewhere. I know this guy from somewhere. And I did not put two and two together until I saw the little clip of him talking about it and
Let me
how
tell you
he.
one thing about Mustafa Johnson, honey. For a lot of millennial men, he was like our awakening. A lot of we was like, we we want a husband to look like that, honey. Do I need to get some Old Spice, honey, so he can come home? That look, we was on, but look, apparently I'm still asleep. Wow. But what shocked me is how good he was because when he was in that Tyler Perry movie, honey, he was a terrible actor. But I noticed like some range with him in Cross. Like it took me a minute to recognize him. I said, wait a minute, okay, Mustafa. He don't call the actor coach and went to work. So,
Mhm.
but I haven't seen season 2 yet. I really enjoyed the first season.
Yeah, it's interesting for season 2. A little piece interesting. And that's all I'm gonna say.
I need to watch Black what's the Black Phone 2 simply because the BBLO show doing a show on it this weekend. The only reason I need it because I've seen the first one and I'm like, how in the hell they gonna continue this story? Because the first one, but spoiler alert for those who haven't seen the first one, Ethan Hawke's character gets killed. So I'm trying to see how in the hell are they continuing this story? And Ethan Hawke done killed his brother, so his brother can't come back and do nothing. Like I'm but I'm gonna watch. I need to watch, and I want to watch it before Saturday at noon, Eastern Standard Time, so I can enjoy the BBLO show, talk about it. But yeah, have y'all seen?
No,
Oh, have y'all even seen the first one?
no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a yeah, it's I would I recommend it?
Exactly.
I think there are way better movies with Ethan Hawke in them that you have better use of your time. But okay, yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna see because I just have to know how in the hell they continue this story. I'm like, when the man was killed, huh? Okay. I need all this in the most sinful way possible. You fuck around with a Winston Salem man if you want to. They almost look. They not as bad as them Fayetteville niggas, but they still up there.
Mm.
I love you, puppy. He look. I'll just have to chance it. I don't listen. I know that's right. I know that's right. You remember once upon a time, people actually thought Aldous was like British for some reason. And I remember seeing on Twitter, they said, wait a minute, he not an Indian black. He one of us. Oh my God. Yeah, so shout out to that. Him and his brother are from Winston-Salem. Yep. Look, them boys from the 336 are crazy. In West Fayetteville area code. Because them motherfuckers is crazy too.
Mustafa is from Portland.
Mustafa's from Portland? Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Isaiah Mustafa from Portland.
Al. And I know Aldous and his brother. What's his brother name? Aldous and they were a whole package deal at one point. Aldous and something Hodge. Aldous and what the brother name?
Hold on, wait a minute. Edwin.
Aldous and Edwin Hodge.
Yeah, his brother's not as fine though. Sorry.
I'll take him on. I'll give him a taste. But I think his brother's also married, so yeah.
He's married to Sky. He's married to the girl from shit. Oh Lord. The series. Fuck. What's the name of the show? Hold on. Wait a minute. Matlock. The Bob girl from Matlock.
Oh, my girl.
Yeah, that's his wife. I know that's right.
Yay. Okay, yeah,
I
so
know that's right.
he's definitely off limits because I love her.
I know that's right. And she a Libra queen. I know that's right.
Oh yeah, and I don't want to get cut.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Act like you know. Hello.
Oh, and Edwin and Aquarius too. Damn, some people just get all the good men. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Correct. Know it. Know us.
Yep, January 26th. He was born in 1985. Oh, good for him. This is cute. I like this. And Aldous, I think Aldous a Libra too. Cause September 20th, he right on the cusp. Is he?
He is a cuss. He is absolutely a Virgo. Let's be
okay.
clear.
So yep, because I think that's Marcia's birthday, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah. Well, shout out to the Virgo. Shout out to the Libras. Not we have a comment saying like that'll stop you. Wow. Yes, it would. If I actually like her, yes, it would stop me. I have some morals. I think that might be the Pisces moon, my Pisces moon in me. Well, did anybody have any other tea that they wanted to share that I might have missed?
No, but watch 56 Days, y'all. Okay.
Libra Queen said, watch 56 Days, and she said, do that shit yesterday. That's something you need to be watching. Well, y'all, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. It is always a pleasure. We will be back tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, p.m. for another live show if you can make it. And until then, you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers.